Well, welcome back, everyone. We have Jennifer Truman from Lima Memorial Next Chapter Mental Health to discuss EMDR therapy. And this is something I'm hearing for the very first time myself. So can you explain to our viewers what is EMDR therapy and how it's used in our mental health care?
Yeah, it's interesting. EMDR has been around since the 1980s. It's the most studied type of therapy. And it's really essentially a trauma therapy. It can be used for other things, but for trauma therapy. And it's less talk and more of the neurobiology of the brain.
What type of conditions do you find that EMDR is effective for? And how is it different from other treatment approaches?
Right, so we use EMDR mostly for trauma, and it can be, trauma is different for everybody. If you're in a car accident, if you get bit by a dog, if you have, an extensive childhood history of trauma, then those are the sort of cases that EMDR would be perfect for. Anything that has a high emotional charge.
All right, and then can you walk us through what maybe a patient might expect when they undergo EMDR therapy?
Sure. There are 8 phases to EMDR, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will let you know, the first 1 or 2 are history taking and treatment planning. And that's just where we find out what core belief, what negative core belief does someone have about themselves that is keeping them in a fight or flight response all day. And then once that treatment plan's developed, the next session is where processing starts. And processing is just bringing up that emotion, bringing up that memory, activating the strong, intense emotions. And then we just do bilateral stimulation. So what that can include is either a tone in each ear, a vibration in each hand, or most often it's follow my fingers. And we do 20 to 30 reps or seconds of this. And then the clinician just asks, what do you notice? And the brain just does all the rest of the work. And what's happening is the trauma is stored. It's trapped in our brain, like REM sleep, where your eyes dart back and forth. It's supposed to store your memory and process your memory appropriately. But a lot of times when trauma happens, those emotions are so big that it gets stored in your brain. And this is just creating new neural pathways using the left and the right side of the brain to make a connection where that trauma seems more in the past. And then we instill some sort of positive belief that you already know about yourself, but it's just difficult to believe because of the trauma that you've experienced in the past.
All right. Now, Jennifer, if someone thinks that they may benefit from the therapy, what should their next steps be?
Yeah, I would definitely reach out to your clinician, somebody if you're in mental health already, and see if they believe it would be beneficial to you. And then they're always welcome to call Next Chapter, and we can answer any questions they have as well.
All right. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us and discussing EMDR therapy. I do appreciate you coming out. Well, don't go away. We have more when we return.